Oi mate, welcome back to Borderlands the pre-sequel, and our extremely mouthy shotgun type weapon, which we got from Pickle, is going to offer humorous, expletive comedy and comic relief while we go through the Titan robot facility.
And loot everything.
Loot the objects. Smash the things. These are Frag Trap's favorite activities.
So do we get to see the security bots, or are you just gonna acknowledge that they exist?
I'm just gonna acknowledge that they exist. What they're doing right now is I think they're killing the Torgs and the Scabs that are in the arena right now.
Yes. Specifically the Scabs.
Or are these, no, these are, no, they're not friendly.
That angers the security bots.
They're not friendly.
Although, you know, we are supposed to kill them in order to get their eye components.
They are rogue. Where the hell's happening? Oh. Slam.
Well, you slam.
Slam.
Your Light Phoenix, and now you're stomping on them with Mario powers.
The visual systems from a destroyed robot. Pieces of them, anyway. Kill the enemies and loot their corpses.
Invigorating Pinata class mod. Ooh.
Oh, is this one actually worth a damn? Explosive damage resist. You know how you resist the damage from the Torque Fiesta? You don't use it. That's your only option.
Oh, so you're boosting your team's ammo, and you're giving yourself slightly more health. So it's a Commando one. Wait, was that Commando or was that a Gunzerker from last game?
I'll walk you through the process. It should already be set up.
Well, I think, yeah, the Gunzerker also gave you ammo regeneration while you're using the Gunzerker class ability, special, I should say.
Okay, just place the pieces in that converter over there. It'll melt down the raw materials and form the prototype eye.
An eye converter? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Why the hell would they make an eye converter?
They didn't make it. I did. I was here for a long time preparing this lab for my prototype. This is highly sensitive experimental technology.
And those blueprints are nice.
Because it looks like a toaster.
Honestly, it does in fact look.
It looks exactly like a toaster. It even has a thing on the side you can push down, and it has 2 slots for both slices of bread.
But it's not a toaster; it's a grill.
No, it's not a grill. It's an eye converter.
No, it's a grill, totally.
Brought to you by Apple.
So this is us forming the HAL 9001, right?
Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, now
something like that.
Science.
Okay, now head back to the main room. We need to plug that baby into the main torso.
No, you put it into the head. That's where eyes go.
No. Bots actually prefer to have eyes in their torso areas. That way they have a significantly more things to distract them.
Man, I've seen enough Tool music videos to know that I don't like seeing eyeballs in places where they're not supposed to be.
Is this what we're building?
I was so close to finishing this when the scabs
dun dun dun.
Oh look, it already has a fucking Hellfire missile launcher on its back.
It's looks kind of like a dumpster wrapped in sadness. Hey, no offense.
Install the Oculus Rift.
This constructor will be able to digistrike highly complex machines at an unsurpassed rate. Now that's done, we need to mount the torso onto the crane system.
Torso?
Oh, bruv, this is really happening. It's working. My old professor said I'd never amount to anything, but she was wrong.
And now look at me.
Want me inside that thing? I've been wondering about this installation. You know, you could just copy me. It takes a little longer, but it's the same thing, and I'd find it much less terrifying.
Exactly how much less terrifying?
It's the difference between brain surgery and being scammed.
And he's gonna say no because he's a dick.
Well, he's gonna say no because well, I mean, dramatically we have a time constraint. In reality, we don't have a time constraint because we're the player and the game does not advance until we say it does. Your mom.
Lots of different scat graffiti. Oh, hold it! We're not gonna see the actual torso.
No, we're gonna see the torso. It's just, I have to buy upgrades first. Look at all these moonstones.
Hope it helps you kill stuff better. Holy crap! I done sold it. Get out of my face.
Over the moon. Okay, now we're back in the testing facility.
Need to be calibrated.
I can help prepare the targeting systems.
Oh, that's okay, thanks. I've got a faster way to do that.
Go try that again.
Oh yeah, there's a rather annoying thing that happens that is unfortunate. So Claptrap, so this whole time Fragtrap has had a perk on that says that whenever you take melee damage, it causes an explosive repulsion effect that deals damage to enemies nearby. Yeah, don't let these guys touch you if you have that on because then you're gonna annoy Gladstone.
Okay, but you still should actually be firing on them.
I mean, you can weaken them. You totally have the option to weaken them. You just can't deal the coup de grace.
I swear, bro.
So instead of loading up your grenade launcher, you should be using your handguns. Because I know you still have those.
Almost finished. Just a few more readings to go.
You guys are slow as fuck. I'd rather be the one killing them.
Well, then help.
Oh.
A single headshot with a weak enough pistol doesn't actually kill these guys.
Yeah, job done. I'll get these to the main area. Return there too.
Now that the turrets have been recalibrated, let us attach them to the constructor bot.
More consoles.
Push the button. Make the woobly sounds.
Feels like mercenary day.
So this is going to be my new home, huh? Not sure I want to move in.
Right. The legs are in the other lab.
So are we actually building Mr. Saturn?
No, we're not building Mr. Saturn.
Okay.
Mr. Saturn is like...
I remember that Mr. Saturn actually had Hellfire missiles, it's just that he wasn't a constructor.
Right, and Mr. Saturn also was like 5 times as big as that constructor bot.
Walk the legs to where they can be assembled. Wouldn't that be easier?
Hey, that's not a bad idea. I didn't even think of that. It'll be a nice warm-up for you.
This part of the mission glitched out. Felicity stopped moving, and then I had to reload the fucking mission.
Oh. Okay.
That
is a moonstone chest.
Yeah, don't... But believe me, the thought has struck me more than once that if I had the 40 moonstones and I thought that was just an ordinary chest and I opened it, yeah, that would have pissed me off.
But most of the time, the moonstone chests usually have either epic or higher quality loot in them.
I mean, yeah.
Although, given how fast we're progressing through the story, I'm not entirely sure you need those kind of crutches.
You don't. What really matters is your upgrades. Having lots of ammo, not having to get ammo after every time you lose a fight.
Uh-oh, so this is the origin of the bolt loaders, because that goddamn shield, I recognize that shield design.
And this is me reloading the save file.
This body feels strange. Arms, legs. Is this what it's like to be human?
Not quite.
This is the worst.
Our knees are much more flexible than yours are.
And so we find it heavily ironic that as Felicity was intended to be a kind of pleasure slave for what's his name, now she actually is in her most human state yet encountered.
Dirty.
And she hates it because, you know, it is so drastically different than what she's used to. Yeah. This is an interesting exploration of how what happens when we decide to give AI more humanistic traits and abilities. They have to deal with the consequences of, you know, the atrocities that we commit to ourselves on a regular basis. And given their extensive processing capabilities, they actually, you know, handle it much worse than we do.
I love it how we're having this heavily philosophical discussion while the gun is saying, "Oh, a fucking gun!"
I have 2 robot arms.
I didn't enjoy doing that.
Of course you didn't. Felicity, you are not an asshole. Other people are assholes. They enjoy killing people. This is their problem, not yours.
I mean, Felicity being here in the first place, all predicated of her self-interest, which is weird, which is very much more human than AI.
Not bad, Buttercup. You turned all those scabs into puddles.
I did, didn't I? Everything's lost like tears in a puddle.
Blade Runner reference.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I never saw Blade Runner, so I wouldn't have caught that.
Neither did I. Oh, come on, dude. Everyone knows the Tears in the Rain reference.
Is it anything? Is it anything like God is in the Rain from V for Vendetta?
No.
Okay, so now I am totally
You
lost.
see, God.
Getting blood everywhere.
You see, God is in the Rain from V for Vendetta is a philosophical corollary that Evie makes to V based on the text that she was handed and read while she was imprisoned.
Right.
Okay, I'm ready to detonate. Stand back.
Perfect, Felicity.
She's gonna blow!
Use the controls to lower the torso onto the legs.
More console buttons.
Yeah, this is gonna get awesome.
Man, she looks like a more obese direwolf.
It got awesome.
It's a brute, isn't it?
Construction's complete, finally! The shell just needs to go through testing in the diagnostics chamber. We'll be able to install the AI core Felicity there.
You know, Jack, I really didn't enjoy killing those scabs. Maybe this is all a mistake.
I don't like killing either, babe.
Listen, honey. Like, I sometimes you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Jack, why did you refer to her as babe? This is the first you've actually referred to her as a human, nickname since we met her.
I think. Well, I mean, we've been listening to Felicity talk. You know that she has a conscience. So I guess he's just starting to, or either that, or that's just him being misogynistic and dismissive of women characters.
Possible.
He's because he is a class A misogynist. Oh yes, and yes, I can now confirm you can do the corrosive slam while you're in rubber ducky mode. Stun lock the badass. 0G fat man.
Okay, not really. I mean, the big daddies are significantly harder to kill than that, mostly because you don't have the toys that Borderlands gives you.
Big daddy. I mean, they are basically big daddies. They look like they're in spacesuits, not diving suits, but still, they got these big fucking helmets.
Okay, looks like the prototype is on its way to the testing chamber. Head on over there so we can install our AI.
Need unicycle.
You need sacrifice!
I can't
Supposed to be
tell.
meleeing the fleshy meat parts in the center
Yeah.
of the cloud,
Yeah.
not the mechanical legs part.
Damn it. Raiders. Oh, god damn it. Slow reload. Save me, Jesus. Oh, I love corrosive slam.
Now, would you say that having an elemental slam is a requirement for a good portion of the game, or is it just a good steroid?
Well, I mean, you will always have some kind of extra slam ability just as a result of having an Oz kit. You can.
Wait! I don't want to have my memory wiped. I don't want to turn into... Look, can't you just put a copy of me into the constructor?
Exactly how long will it take to copy you?
couple of days at the absolute most.
Too long. Zarpedon will have popped the moon like a zit by then. Look, I'm really sorry, kiddo. This is the only way.
No, it's not, Jack.
Vault Hunter, do it.
I can only imagine the horror of being totally wiped and made into an unthinking machine of war.
Oh wait, I already am. And in the next part,
You see, Frag Trap isn't actually a war bot for the most part. He's more or less an assistant.
Robot.